What's up, you guys? It's Music My Dude, and today I want to talk about, you guessed it, not video game content, but the Shield Lab processor. Yeah. Alright, so for new players, this is this thing on the side that nobody cares about, right? It's you go into the menu and you hit the lab button, which is in the center. It's got the little uh, shield emblem, and voila, you start here and you have this antimatter generator. And you want to start by getting this all the way to level 15, like I have. And that is because it will help with every other part of this. It's kind of the most important thing, to have the generator creating the most amount of antimatter you can, so you can hit the maximum amount you can possibly store in your inventory, which is 627,300 antimatter. Yes. And yeah, so mine produces 1,510 per minute, per 30 minutes. And it goes down from there. And these all start at 1. Over here is the item shop. I'm currently at level 13, which is super useful because you can go through and pick out one of these and buy things for real money, which I'm going to get these crossbones bios because you can't really farm them too much anywhere else in the game. So he's not a premium character, but he's pretty close to a premium character. So I got that, and that ups my chance to reveal the mission shop item, which if you search mission shop items right here, there's a chance to get all these really useful top tier type items, as long as your mission shop or your item shop is high level. And then you have this free update here. You want to do it mostly if it's in between 4 or 5 hours. You would want to use it, but so like right now I would use it. And then yeah, there's nothing really that I want to get particularly here. There's some useful things. I guess I could get this lash because it costs um, these types of tokens, which are, I'll get to that, how to get those in a second. But that's how you would update it past the free. And then as you can see, it resets to 5 hours and 59 minutes, and then you just want to like hit it again as long as you have enough of those little tokens. And right now I'm just kind of looking for things that are hard to get in anywhere else, like hidden tickets. If I had, I might leave it here, because 528,000 gold is an unattainable number, and I need hidden tickets for special missions. All right. Anyways, moving onwards from the item shop, we're at the processor. The processor is probably the most useful thing here. You can use all these. This is the first tab, rank up material, and each one of these, this is the X gene, the first one with the question mark. These are all mutant bios, and this is how you would farm Nightcrawler. It's like one of the only places you can get him in the game besides using real money to get a character. And same thing with X23. So yeah, that's the way to get those two characters. And then also using to get these characters, you have to use these Macran shards, and you have to use gear up kits, and then obviously the antimatter. So That goes back to the generator. You want it to be at max capacity, so it's making as much as possible to roll these. I generally flip in between using the universal biometrics because they drop also some rare characters like Nova, Anti-Man, and Morgan Le Fay, you know, Iron Hammer, Heimdall. All these like characters are like harder to find. A lot of them, except a few of these at the top, I guess. But so that's kind of a go-to for me usually. Or I try to go for this one just because it. Oh, trying to hit the question mark here on the last day. You can also roll. This is the only place you can find. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay. The only place you can get Sharon Rogers bio. So this is the only way you can get Sharon Rogers besides the chests that you get daily. The daily chests that you free character chests. Moving on to materials. These are all awesome. You know, if you need any of these materials, all the way up to 14 to make all these materials. I just went to 14, or I don't even know what level I'm at, 13, because not for this sake, but the thing that I use the most on here is probably for the gear up kits. I have an abundance of dimension debris. 39,000 is an insane amount, and they just sit there. So like I can kind of filter my dimension debris into gear up kits, which are kind of a little bit harder to get than dimension debris, I'd say. So that's a cool thing to do. Let's move on to this one. Yeah, I don't really do this too much, but yeah, again, like you get these two things from story missions, component packs, and Stark branded blueprints. And you can get these chips and they level up your characters faster. Also, getting to where I am now, you can do the comic cards, and the comic cards is something that you need to roll. Or if you roll orange, it's a super big boost. It takes probably like at least 100 one-star cards to make a 5-star card, and you need five-star cards to make a mythic card, and then there's the whole card collection thing, and yeah, so I wanted to level it up this far because I don't really. I mean, I'm gonna go further because I need the Enchanted Uru as well, but and the also these are super useful for using when I have an abundance of phoenix feathers. And then another thing for using phoenix feathers, I go to what makes phoenix feathers? This makes phoenix feathers, which there's no cap on these crystals, but there is on phoenix feathers. And what else? No, something else. It's comic cards. Comic cards also take phoenix feathers, so that's another thing to use when you are capped with that. And then the last thing is the warp device. The warp device is what gives you the tokens at the top, the purple tokens. You use the recommended characters, and then it says success rate 100%. If you use all the characters recommended, you'll get more dimension token rewards versus using someone who's not on the list. You're only getting 17, but if I use all these characters here, I'm getting 47 dimension token rewards. So it's better to use those if you can. Even if, you know, even if it's the case where it says the success rate isn't 100%, I would still use the recommended characters over using characters that don't, aren't recommended just because it has a 100% success rate. You're using gold, 59,000 gold, 60,000 gold basically for little return, and it's a waste. So don't do that. Also, rare rifts, like I just did, are not as economical as normal. I would much rather do normal, but you have to do the levels in order for it to disappear. So you could end up having like rare, 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 rare all the way around, and there's like they won't go away until you finish the level. So the only way I get normal is if by completing all the squares daily. But if you can avoid them, then avoid them. Or if you're trying to prioritize your gold toward the set, yeah, use the normal. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. The antimatter booster, double antimatter acquisition available. It's not really worth the 365 crystals. Don't do that. It just collect your daily. Whenever it comes up, it'll show a red dot like my inbox, friends, challenges, and uniform things does over the lab. It'll show that when the generator is full, and then collect it and make this thing maxed out first, and then your processor next, item shop third, and then warp device probably third actually, and then the item shop fourth. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the processor, and hope it's useful. This is musicmydude signing off. Oh yeah, leave some comments. All right, bye.